Thank you, Leah. Thank you, Jalasia. Thank you, Giovanni. Thank you, Sierra. Okay, looks like most of us are there. Go ahead and take 4 minutes in the do now on screen 3. 4 minutes on the do now. Go ahead and get started. Again, 4 minutes for the do now. Time is going now. It's loud.
I can't close it quiet.
Two and a half more minutes on the do now. Awesome. I see a lot of variety and thorough answers. I have responses from 10 people. I'm looking for 7 more to start their response. 2 more minutes. One more minute. Still waiting on a few more people to start their responses. Please make sure you're responding. Ten more seconds. Awesome. Love the responses for the do now. We're actually going to go ahead and go straight to the oral drill, which should be on your screen right now for your oral drill table. You're going to have 3 minutes to fill in the table and be prepared for the oral drill. Use all of your resources to make sure you're filling in some thorough definitions. 3 minutes to complete the oral drill table. Go ahead and get started. 3 minutes. Thank you, Cheyenne, Heaven, Mela, Takia, and Yabdi for your urgency in getting started. Two more minutes. Thank you. I have responses from Cheyenne, Sierra, Giovanni, Heaven, Jalasia, Kayla, Leah, Mela, Mahmoud, Skyanne, Takia, Yabdi. Thank you for your urgency. 90 more seconds. Thirty more seconds to finish up. Awesome. Good. Finish up, and then we'll come back together. Giovanni, can you unmute and share what is the National Origins Act?
A law that restricted immigration.
Awesome. Heaven, what is the Mexican Cession?
Land surrendered during the Mexican War.
Awesome. And Sierra, what is assimilation?
It's the act of forcing white culture on Black, Indigenous people of color.
Awesome. We're actually going to pause our oral drill there and head over to slide 5, which is the context for today's lesson. So please transition to slide 5. Thank you. I have 6, 7, 8, 9. Great. Thank you guys for transitioning over. Awesome. So today we are going to be zooming in on the relationship between the United States government and Mexican immigrants. As it says on slide 5, in 1924, Congress and President Calvin Coolidge drastically restricted immigration to the United States. We know that they restricted it from Asian countries as well as Southeastern European countries. But Mexico was excluded from these restrictions. However, in the same period as can be expected, Mexicans faced discrimination and occasionally even racial violence. In this lesson, we're going to be zooming in on some documents relating to the Mexican-American experience during the 1920s with this central framing question: were Mexicans welcome in the United States in the 1920s? We're going to read 2 documents on slide 6 for one perspective, have some discussion about it, and then we will fill in our understanding with slide 7, so similar to yesterday. So go ahead and transition to slide 6. All of you should be there. And you are going to have 8 minutes to read and write a significant statement for documents 1 and 2 with the question: to what extent were Mexicans welcome in the United States in the 1920s? 8 minutes for this first round of annotation. Go ahead and get started. 8 minutes. Chat me if you have any questions. Five more minutes. You should be finishing up document 1. Really great significant statements so far for document 1. You should be finishing up document 1 and transitioning to document 2. Two more minutes. Still missing some significant statements for document 2, so I'm going to increase our time. We have 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. One more minute to finish up. Go and take the next 10 seconds to finish up your annotations. Great. So quickly in the Zoom chat, were Mexicans welcome in the United States? Yes or no? According to these 2 documents in the Zoom chat, yes or no? were Mexicans welcome? Seeing a lot of no. Why? Why are they not welcome? Can I hear from Mahmoud, then Dwayne, and then Skyan? Mahmoud, are you able to unmute and share?
Hey, can you repeat that?
Yep, now I can hear you.
You said document 1 or 2.
It doesn't matter. Just what's a piece of evidence for why you said no?
I'm not sure.
You can use either of your significant statements if that's easier.
For document 1, my significant statement, it talks about how Mexicans are having a hard time living in the U.S. And it says that because in document 1, it says he has a hard time coping.
Mhm.
And in document 2, it talks about how they don't want Mexicans to live in America. And he says they only want them temporary there.
Yes. Awesome. Dwayne, can you jump in?
I said the U.S. does not want them in the United States because they're not white and they consider them like number 2 while they're in there because of their blood.
Mhm. Great. And Skyan, can you finish this up?
I said that even though Mexicans were to build most of the things in the US, they were still treated horribly and didn't get paid as much, and they were still poor.
Awesome. Thank you guys for jumping into that. We're now going to look at documents 3 and 4, which complicate the narrative. So you have 8 minutes, same thing as last time, to read documents 3 and 4. And then we'll come back to discuss. 8 minutes. Go ahead and get started. Chat me if you have any questions. Oops, sorry. I need to let you guys onto that screen. There you guys go. 5.5 more minutes. Three and a half more minutes. Okay, don't just give the answer. 2.5 minutes. Ninety more seconds to finish up. Leah, do you have a question?
No, I don't. It was an accident.
Okay, no worries. I just want to make sure. One more minute to finish up, and then we'll come back for discourse. Great, let's go ahead and come back together. According to these documents, are Mexicans welcome in the United States? Can I hear from Leah and then Giovanni?
I said yes because based on document 3, Americans was like trying to make Mexican feel like there's a purpose for them because they're good with agriculture and construction.
And go ahead and jump in, Giovanni.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
I said no because when they were in the United States, they were being like discriminated and were basically being used for work and couldn't get the opportunities that other Americans could.
Interesting. So we're seeing this, thank you, Heaven, I just saw your chat. See you in a little bit. So we're seeing this tension in the documents of maybe they are and maybe they aren't. Looking specifically at document 4, what does document 4 remind us of? Go ahead and drop it in the chat. What does document 4 remind us of? Ten more seconds. Mhm. Thank you. Awesome. I see some chats. Sierra, why do you say assimilation?
I said assimilation because like they were like being like put into like quote unquote schools, and like it was like pretty much like whitewashing them almost.
Mm-hmm. So in the chat, looking at all 4 documents, were Mexicans welcome in the United States? Go ahead and drop it in the chat. Thank you, Sierra, for starting us off. Thank you, Sakina. Still waiting on several more. Yes, no, maybe so. Go ahead and drop it in the chat. Awesome. Thank you, Mela. Thank you, Skyanne. Thank you, Leah. 15 more seconds to share a response. I really appreciate how thorough some of these are. Awesome. Can I hear again from Leah and then Skyanne? Go ahead and build on your response in the chat.
Wait, you said me?
Yes, Leah.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right. I said no because to the Americans they really didn't want them to be a part of the USA.
Awesome. And go and jump in, Skyan.
I said not unless they wanted. Not unless they did something to benefit the U.S., like working for them.
It's on Sarah's desk, sorry. Sorry, Skyan, can you say that for me one more time?
I said not unless they did something that benefited the U.S., like working for them.
Yes, it is conditional acceptance. We're now going to go and transition to the do now. But before we do so, I want to make sure that when we go to the evidence piece of our response, that you guys are using paraphrased evidence. One of the biggest gaps I've seen in our exit tickets is that we are either quoting a piece of evidence with no explanation, and we're quoting it directly, or we're just not explaining what the evidence is. So please make sure, in order to get the full 33%, that is the evidence point on today's exit ticket, that you are paraphrasing and doing it so in a full sentence. Okay, I am going to stop pacing. The exit ticket is the last slide. I apologize, I did not star this. If you are doing stars, you just need to claim and explain. So if you have stars, claim and explain, you don't need to worry about connect. I see 9 of us are on the exit ticket, waiting for 10 more to transition. Once you complete the exit ticket in Desmos and click turn in on Google Classroom, you will be free to leave the Zoom call, but not until you do both things. Great, I see 17 of us in the exit ticket. Make sure that the other 4 that haven't transitioned do so you can have the full time to respond. Awesome starts to your responses.